Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Faithwalk 101. We are so glad that you could join us. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about the consequences, my friends, for this evil and this meanness that's taking place in this world today. That's right, my friends. There are going to be consequences for it. I know that we like to think that we can go along and do all these things and there be no consequences, because we're living in a world today where people are allowing people to just do as they please, and we're making excuses for them. But my friends, we're going to talk about in this lesson that there will be consequences for this mean behavior, this evil, and all this stuff that's taking place that people are doing. There's going to be consequences for it. Now I want you to listen to what Peter writes in 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 4. He says, "For if God did not spare the angels," my friends, when they sinned, he didn't spare the angels when they sinned, but sent them to hell, putting them in chains of darkness to be held there for judgment. And we find this when this happened, it was back in Genesis chapter 6, verse 1 through 4. God, he's not going to let rebellion stand, my friends. Keep on following rebellious men. Oh no, my friends. Just keep on following rebellious men and see what happens. Man has no plan. He wants to destroy righteous man. That's right. He wants to destroy anyone that is in agreement with God. Man, he has no plan, my friends. He wants to destroy righteous man. But Satan is behind it all. Let's not forget that. We're not battling against one another, but the enemy is working through people. He is behind it all, and it is because of the fall. He has blinded the sinner man's eyes, and he's taken his rebellion to the streets. Man's taking his rebellions to the street because the soul it cries, it's hurting. And no matter how hard he tries, my friend, he doesn't understand that the plan of God. Man doesn't understand. The ungodly man does not understand the plan of God. He can't see it because of the lies. And that's what's keeping people from being free. But in this lesson, we're talking about the consequences that will happen to those who continue to do evil and to do wrong. Keep on playing. Just keep on playing. Do you think that God is not real? Just keep on. He is the only one, my friends, that can truly heal. He is the only one. Do you really think that when evil people, when they get to hell, that their hate-driven tale, that it's going to go over well? Oh, that they're going to be justified in that? Do you think that their hate will be a good grounds for debate? Really? Oh yeah. When we go against God's will, what's going to be the grounds for your appeal? Because you went against God's will. There will be no grounds for appeal, my friends. There will be consequences for this behavior that's taking place. Right now, you know what? People might say, hey, I don't care. That's right. As long as my friends are there, right? But this punishment, my friends, will be so painful and hot. That's right. It's going to be too painful and hot to bear. Keep on hating and hurting. In the end, people will, my friends, they're really going to see. In the end, when there comes a godly judgment, they're going to really see what is really fair. They're going to really see the justice of God. Just keep on. God does not care, and he will not let rebellious man stand. He's not going to let rebellious man stand. God doesn't care about this rebellion. I mean, God, he cares for us. Yes, he does. And so what man is saying is God does not care. Let me correct that. God does care. He cares about us. He loves us. He loves us. He cares. I want to correct that. He loves us. God does care. But, my friends, rebellious man, he is going to face a judgment. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And these next few lessons, we're going to be talking about that. People are going to go to hell. There is a place, a real place called hell, and people will be going there. And I'm going to give you a list of the people that will, not their names, because I don't have their names, okay? But we're going to give you a list of the types of people that will be going there. So join us in our next lesson, my friends, and we're going to be talking about the consequences of the things that's done in this life when people disconnect from God, and a list of these sinful behaviors that will how people end up their ultimate faith in hell. Yes, my friends, hell is real, and God does not send anyone there. Okay, did you hear what I said? God doesn't send anyone to hell. This is your choice. This is people's choice, my friends. But like I said earlier, do you think that this hate is good? Do you really think that when evil people get to hell, that their hate-driven tale is going to go over well? Do you really think that? Do you think that hate will be the good grounds for debate, saying that the reason why I hate it, when God tells us over and over not to hate but to love? When they went against God's will, what do you think the grounds for their appeal will be? There will be none. So join us in our next lesson, my friends, because we're going to be talking about the consequences of this behavior. That I know people are not experiencing the consequences now, and that's why they continue to do it, because people are joining in and saying, yes, this is good, keep on doing it. But no, my friend, there's going to be consequences, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the consequences of this behavior that's going to end people, where people are going to end up in hell. And like I said earlier, God does not send people to hell. It's a choice that people make. And you right now have a choice to be able to make that. Continue to join us on Faithwalk 101, my friends, as we talk more about these things. Thank you, my friends.